There's a very dangerous marketing strategy being told by a lot of people on social media right now and YouTube, and you can look this up later. It's called the 7-Eleven for marketing strategy. And what they're telling everybody is you need 7 hours of content. You need 11 touch points on 4 platforms in order for people to be likely to buy from you. That's what they're telling you. And a lot of businesses are eating that up as that's truth and they should be doing it. And they don't realize that's completely not necessary. They're wasting so much time, so much money when they could be getting people to click, buy, book a call, whatever their thing is, instantly. They could be walking out the door every afternoon with more buyers. Like, they don't understand that this 7-Eleven for strategy that everybody is talking about being the greatest thing since sliced bread is so wrong. And today I'm not trying to create a video just to hype and get clicks over here and say, hey, like what everybody is saying is wrong. Just watch my video. This is not one of those videos. I'm going to show you the actual source, the truth, where this came from. And somehow it got completely misunderstood. And it's the blind leading the blind on social media, teaching other businesses how to do this. And the next marketer trying to capture some of that content excitement going on with this 7-Eleven for strategy. But first, where did this come from? The 7-Eleven for strategy originally started in this book. This is Daniel Priestley, oversubscribed. I saw him speak a couple years ago at a Myron Golden event, and it was awesome. He did a great job. He seemed like a really good guy. He understands business at a deep level. And I remember him talking about this there, and I just kind of, whatever. This is one of those things you consume and didn't really stick with me. But then recently, I've been seeing this over and over and over again. People talking about, well, this marketing strategy, it's the way. The studies show that you need 7 hours of content and this whole thing. And they're selling services based on that to these poor businesses that are thinking they need to do this. Well, let me show you actually what Daniel was talking about. I'll give you a video that you can go see what he originally meant with this and how it has nothing to do with actually creating marketing content and trying to get sales from 7 hours of content, 11 touch points, and 4 different platforms. Because I'm telling you, you don't need all of that. And here's why. Daniel himself, in this book, oversubscribed, go buy it by the way, page 32 and 33 if you want to check my sources. He's talking about how you can have an oversubscribed business that's absolutely kicking butt if you have a few thousand people that know who you are. That's his point of this introduction. Like, this is 30 pages in, okay? So here's where it starts. Here's the 7-Eleven for principle. Here's where it starts. Time. He talks about how people need some time with you. In particular, research into bonding behavior suggests that spending more than 7 hours with someone moves you beyond acquaintance category and towards friend. That's all he says. Doesn't talk about the studies, nothing like that. His point is he's just trying to say, hey, if you're spending more than 7 hours with somebody, they're more than acquaintance. Not like you just see them every once a month or whatever, right? You're moving towards that friend zone. Now, maybe you don't like the person, but at least you know them at the level you know more about them, right? Okay, you can't stop that. When you know somebody for time, things happen, okay? Now notice, he's not talking anything about sales or marketing right now. I'm going to tell you what he's doing with all this. Next one. Interactions, okay? Talking about having frequent exchanges of communication builds connection. He talks about in a research paper called 0 Moments of Truth, a Google thought leader discovered that when people had 11 interactions with a brand, they were considerably more likely to buy from that brand. And I think that's the line where the first guru took out of here and started creating content. It took off and everybody copied him. But all it's really saying is people that had about 11 interactions with a brand were considerably more likely to buy. Now, why does this matter, Brennan? This is saying that the more times people see a brand, the more likely they are to buy from. Obviously, if you saw a brand once or you saw a brand 11 times and you had to make a decision that day, one of the two, you're probably going to go with the one that you've seen 11 times as long as you feel like you trust them. Okay, it's just kind of common sense. Okay, finally, So we got the 7, we got the 11. Let's find out where they got the 4. Locations. Seeing people in different places is another way stronger brands are built. People who see each other only at work are not only bonded as people who also see each other, at work are not as bonded as people who also see each other in social settings or at sporting events. The magic number is 4 locations, according to research into trust building. That's it. So people have taken this. All he's trying to do is to say that you need to be famous to a few thousand people. They need to remember you. Dunbar's numbers. You need to be in the 1,500 faces that people can remember. Okay, that's all people can remember is 1,500 faces. You know 1,500 faces. I know probably about 1,500 faces, maybe less. You just need to get your face in there. And you're going to do that through what he just said. Okay. Now, if you want more proof on this, you don't want to buy the book, go check out Diary of a CEO. Daniel Priestley is on it. I don't remember what it was, a year or two ago. If you go to 26 minutes in, he says, in order for people to remember you, you need the 7, 11, 4. He didn't say in order for people to buy from you, in order for people to take the next step in your marketing, they need all of this. No, in order for people to remember you. So, okay, I'm going to land this plane and we're going to get to the marketing now. So thanks for hanging tight with me because I know that's a little bit, but I just want to show you the source of truth and how this got so twisted that people are spending $50,000 on marketing packages so they can get their 7 hours of content every month that they're looking for to hit these benchmarks and how you can avoid it. Because I'm going to get you sales and buyers. Dan Kennedy said it best. A buyer is a buyer is a buyer. When you're focusing on the 7-11-4 style that these marketers are pushing, what you're getting is a long ramp up and maybe a sale. Maybe you build enough trust that someday they're going to remember you. You're going to be one of those 1,500 and they're going to say, you know what? That person that I've been watching their content for 2 years, now's the time. I'm going to go buy their thing or I'm going to go buy their service. Maybe that does work, right? That does happen. No doubt. It does happen. But what about the rest of us who want to make a sale, want to make a buyer, want to make a conversion, want to get a book call, want to get my sales team talking to people and closing deals? What do the rest of us do that care about that conversion from our marketing? Not the one in 2 years, the one today. Well, the answer is really simple. Direct response marketing. What is direct response marketing? If you haven't heard of it, it's exactly what it says. You get somebody to respond to your marketing immediately. Direct response marketing. You are controlling them through the process, and the people that are the right fit for what you have to offer, what your business does, and who you serve, you get them to take action, or you at least try to get them to take action immediately. And in my opinion, a buyer is a buyer is a buyer is who you should go after. What do I mean by that? You should be selling a solution to a problem or a outcome that they desire at the end of all of your marketing. You should be always making that offer in any of your marketing, especially your paid media. I think, in my opinion, you do what you want. If you focus more on getting buyers, even at a lower price point, a tiny fraction of what your larger service is, your business will forever be different. Why do I know this? Because I do this in my own. I have a low ticket offer. Well, I have a couple low ticket offers that are cold traffic conversion machines. Like they take cold traffic. I sell them what they want, a solution they want, a small slice of it for a small price, and then can remarket to them, upsell them, and have them as a customer forever. Would you rather have a list of 100 leads, or would you rather have 10 buyers? No other leads, just 10 buyers. People that pulled out their credit card and bought something from you. I think all of us would take the buyers. Why? Because a buyer in motion stays in motion. Of those 10, most, maybe not all, but most of them, or at least some of them, are going to be likely to buy some of your bigger things or even your mid-ticket things. So that's why I think people should stop focusing on what some of these marketers are selling you of that 7-11-4 style marketing strategy where you want content, they're going to sell you on the omnipresenceness. Instead, Go get yourself some buyers. Focus all of your time, money, energy, effort on getting conversions. It doesn't have to be a $2,000 buyer. Okay? You can do this with a $5 item. You can do this with a strategy session. You can do this with a, like the HVAC guys are doing the $99 tune-ups, things like that. Once you get somebody who's willing to pay you for a slice of what your big service is, they are way more likely to buy other things from you. Go look this up. There's plenty of data out there proving it. And if you don't have something like this in your business, I recommend you do it. So I'm going to stop rambling now that I've disproved what I think the 7-11-4 misinformation strategy is. Go check out Daniel Priestley's stuff. He's a good dude. He's got some really good information out there. Read the book, study his information, but take that as that is for your brand building style things. If you need direct response marketing, you want to make money today, you want to get calls scheduled for your sales team today, if you want to get clicks, conversions, phone calls today, focus on direct response marketing. It will be significantly more valuable for your time, your money, your energy, and the effort that you put into it. Thanks for staying tuned. We'll see you in the next video.